guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle, and today we are doing some EPIC Bait Mold WhipWads with Lily. Lily's going to pick out some colors for us to do, which I think she's already decided on. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into it. So let's not burn up too much time and let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to have Lily kind of explain, and remember the microphone's right here, so you just got to talk a little bit loud, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to let Lily explain what we're using here, and she's going to show you the colors we're using.
So we're going to use this pink.
What is it? What kind of pink is it? Neo pink?
Neo pink.
Okay.
And we're going to use blue.
That on plastic's blue. So what Lily wants to do is she wants to make one half of the bait neo pink. And what are we going to put in it?
We're going to put GT 22.
And that's from Dip Your Car. It's a very cool color shift. Then what we're going to do, that's going to be one color, the pink and the GT22. Then we're going to combine these to make what color, Lily?
Purple.
We're going to make a purple. And then what we're going to do with the purple is we're going to add some of this really cool glitter. Rainbow flake. And it's 0.015. So that'll be really cool. So let's get mixing some stuff up. We need to get some plastic and some cups right here. Yep, take off tape. Okay. And then we will start heating stuff up and mixing up some colors. Okay guys, so we got some plastic heating up in the microwave, and the plastic of choice today is the Bait Plastics, I believe it's 262. It's a little bit firmer blend for swim baits. And just look at this mold. I'm just so thrilled about this mold. Again, the orientation with the back and the belly, so it tells you which direction to shoot in the cavities. Another brilliant one with Marling Baits and EPIC Bait Mold collab. It's a 5.4 inch EPIC WhipWad. It's a 3-cavity mold, and it also comes with these hook slot inserts, and you can actually put in so that it's deleted, so there is no hook slot, or you can flip it around upside down here and make it so that you do have a hook slot. Now today we are definitely going to do the hook slots. I like the hook slots on these. And it's a very unique tail. It has these little bubbles on it. I've seen some people in the past, or so far, when these first came out, they were like doing colors in each one of the bubbles, which is pretty neat. And then the different colored tail. So there's some different things you can do here. I don't know if they dripped them in there and heated them up or what, but there's some really cool things we're going to do. But today we're just going to do some dual injection on these molds, and just so you guys can get a gist. And it's going to be, again, I think we're going to do the pink color on the belly, and we're going to do the purple on the back. So it should really blend in that tail really cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like. But again, another really well designed mold. I can see the air venting, the little air venting out through on the one side of the mold. The other side of the mold doesn't really have much, but this is going to be a really cool swim bait. Another thing I'd forgotten to mention, guys, is that I have a Lure Craft dual injector, so it's the screw-on type tips. But one thing you really want to make sure you do before you start shooting anything is to make sure that this is very well lubed up. Make sure there's no gunk in your seals right here. Make sure there's no gunk built up on the seals inside the cap. And just make sure that it's oiled up really well, so it'll freely flow real well. So what I do is I take some worm oil, just some plastic lubricant, and I go around the insides on both tubes and close it back up, screw the tips back on, and I go back and forth on it. And that way it lubricates it really well, makes it a lot easier for these to shoot. Makes a cleaner shoot too, cleaner shot. So again, make sure these are clean. The other thing I forgot to mention last segment of the video was that the Bait plastic, make sure you mix it really well. I have a paddle with a drill that I mix for a couple minutes just to make sure that the resin and the other stuff is mixed really well, so then that way you have the proper balance and the softness and firmness of the plastic is met the way it should be. So here is our first cup of plastic. We're going to go ahead and put the mold together. We got to get some clamps for that. But here's the first cup of plastic. Again, this is Bait Plastics 262. We're going to stir it up, check the temperature. We're at about 320 right now. I'd like it a little bit hotter, so we need to be very careful. And I'm going to put it back in for another minute or so. Okay, we're at about 350, maybe a little over. Lily is shaking up the pink. And she's going to go ahead and put a couple drops in there right now. So untwist the cap. Watch. Untwist the cap like this. Okay, see how it came out? Okay. Now go ahead. A couple drops. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, those are squirts. Alright, that's good. Let's try that. See what we get with that. Be careful, this is very, very hot. Slow. Very slow. This will burn you. We'll go a little faster now. Let me see. Okay. Okay, now this pink is very translucent. So, want to add a little bit more? Let's do 1 squirt. Another squirt in there. We're going to darken it up. That's good. Let's go! It's probably going to be a lot. Let's see. Yep, that'll work. That works. That's good. Okay, set that off to the side. Pink out of the way. Now let's go ahead and add the glitter. Lily's going to add the glitter. We're going to do, oh no, not glitter in this one, I'm sorry. The GT22. We are very careful. Okay. No. Take this little scooper. You got to show them what you're doing. Hold on. Look up. She's going to take this little scooper, GT22. She's going to pop that in there. Tap it on the side. There you go. Okay, and that should be plenty for what we're doing. Look at that.
Oh, geez,
Now watch,
that looks
you need
pretty.
to do this.
I like that.
Just got to get down in the color.
But it can mix all together. Oh, that's really cool.
Be careful, that's really hot plastic. Burn your skin. And it sticks. Okay. Get it. Alright, so we got it mixed up. We are going to now get this in the degassing chamber to get the air bubbles out of the plastic. And while we're doing that, we will get the other cup of plastic started to heat up so we can do the colors. Alright, okay guys, I think we've got the plastic where we want it. Let me see here. That's pretty good. It's good enough. About 340. Go ahead, Lily, and let's put in some blue, or some pink first. Just like we had in the last cup. One squirt, that's good. Okay. So there's the pink. Now, put that down, and let's get the blue. Okay. Now Layla's going to put in a squirt of that dead-on plastic blue. 1 squirt, not a ton. That's good. Now look at that purple.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Oh, actually, it went a little bit more blue than I wanted it to. Let's get more pink, yep. Put a squirt of pink in there. Good. Hold on. Might need a little bit more. That blue is a little bit more powerful, so let's go ahead and put another squirt of pink in there. Good. Okay.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
That's better. Actually, that's really blue still. I guess we shouldn't have put in that much blue. See the pink? No, let me do it. I don't want you to get burned. pink. Nope, hold on. Now I'm starting to see the purple. You starting to see the purple?
Yeah. Maybe just a little
I think
bit.
we're good. No, I think we're good. Let's leave it there. A little bit more blue is okay. That's okay. So there's our purple.
That's our
It's tough for you guys to see that on camera, but hopefully you'll see it in the baits. Now let's go ahead
Can we
and put the glitter in. Yep.
How dirty that is. Jeez.
Okay, let's put in the glitter. Let's not worry about this right now.
Glitter!
We're rolling on the camera. Careful. Okay. 2 scoops over the bowl. Over. Yep. One more. Not heaping. Let's just do that a little bit there. There you go. Set that in there. Alright, so we got about a pinch and a half, maybe a little bit, almost 2 pinches of rainbow glitter. No, I don't want you to get burned. Let's see what this looks like. You ready?
Yes, mercy. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this is going to look pretty sweet.
I told you. No.
So we got to get this plastic heated back up and get in the degassing. Actually, we're going to do it in the degassing chamber now. I'm just going to knock off a little bit of the bubbles. We're going to go ahead and put it in the degassing chamber, and then we'll come back once we get our plastic ready. So I just had to preach a little bit of safety to my daughter, just because this stuff, you know how plastic is. This stuff could stick on your hands and burns really bad, and I've been in 2 situations where it got me pretty good. So I wanted to make sure she knew the safety, and that's why I had her stir really slow before, making sure that, you know, we weren't going to get burned, and I wanted to make sure she's away from the hot plastic. So when we go to shoot these, she is not going to be near me. We're just going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of do this by myself. She's here, but she's watching. So right now I'm heating up the purple. The pink is ready. It's at about 350. And Lily just brought me a Christmas tree cake. My favorite time of year for that. Gotta love it. And again, I wanted to point out the orientation on this mold is back and belly. So we want pink over here on the belly. We want purple on the back. So purple, pink. And again, we're almost there. Just heating up the purple for the last time, I believe. Just gonna knock off some air bubbles off top. And we're gonna give it one more stir. So I think we're about where we need to be. Okay. Knock off the air. We're about, it's a little high, 370. This one's 350. So we're close. I'm just going to let this calm down just a little bit, and I'm just going to heat up the pink for about 15 seconds just to see if I can get them equal. And while we're doing that, I'm just knocking down some air bubbles, keeping things rolling, keeping things hot, keeping things stirred up. I do want these warm, rather warm, so then that way they make a good bond. So there's the purple. Here is the pink. I'm just going to swirl it a little bit. I'm not going to stir it because I don't want to put any more air bubbles in it. We got the dual injector here. Lily's behind me, where she should be. Pulling up both plastics. Bleeding off both injectors. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Got that air out of there. Ready to go. Again, pink on the belly. Purple on the top. We are in the way of the camera. So I'm going to go ahead. Feels like it's taking more plastic than it needs to. Okay. We're going to back it up a little bit more because we got a light that's in our way. Go ahead and fill up the next one. Stopped. Pick it up. Move it to the next one. Now, these sprues are real short, so it's not really a big deal. Go ahead and take this up. Top off the sprue, top off that sprue, which I think is good. That sprue is good. And then we take this off, lay that down, and drain out the rest of the plastic back into the cups. And that way it stays hot, stays good. you try to keep it to the edge of the cup, it will keep a lot of the air out of there. But that time I didn't really do it that great. So I just knocked down a few air bubbles. So again, we are going to let this cool down, let that set up, and then we will come back and do a demold. And I want to see if, as long as this isn't too super hot right now, which I burned myself on that before too, but I wanted to see if this came out cool. Oh yeah, that's going to be really neat. It's going to be so neat, guys. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's tough with this, the lighting in here. There we go. Very cool. So we'll be back, and we'll be back to take these out of the molds. And then I think I'm going to do a whole bunch more. Actually, I think it might be better with that light off. I'm going to do a whole bunch more off camera, and we're going to see how many we can make out of these 2 cups plastic. I think we're ready.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and demold this.
We're ready.
I'll burn this side, Lily.
Okay. We're ready. What do I do?
Sit there and watch.
It's been a long time.
Okay, ready? Here we go, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Ready, Lil?
Ready. Going to shoot. Whoa. That's so cool.
Very cool. Now the pink got into the tail on this one, really neat. And it went down perfectly the way we wanted it to. The other ones, it went down into the tail on this one, but not so much in the tail on that one. You got mostly purple on that one. Still cool bait though. So, there's the bait. Tough to see. The lighting is a little bit strange in here. There we go. So you can see that flake in the purple. You can see that shimmer from the GT22 in the pink. Very, very cool bait. So, we're going to go ahead and make, yep, Lily picked the color. But we're going to go ahead and make a whole bunch more of these off camera. Let's see how many we can do. But that's a really cool color combo. Good job, Lily.
Thank you.
So we just finished up making all of our swim baits, our little WhipWads, they're called, 5.4-inch WhipWads. And what do you think, Lil? Did they come out good?
Yes.
Come out the way you wanted them to?
Yes.
All right. Well, she's going to pick out, I think, a couple of her favorites and keep them. And you can put eyeballs on these. I just wanted to show you guys that these are possible to put eyeballs on. But it's just it's a very weird eye cavity. It's kind of elongated like an oval. So I'm just going to choose not to put eyes on them this time around. But you can if you want to. But it does have the option of having the hook slot, which we did the hook slot on these. And you can take the hook slots out, reverse them, and then that way they'll be a solid body if you want to. So I had a lot of fun making these. Another great product by EPIC Bait Molds. Love it. So let's wrap this video up. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Lily and I made some EPIC Bait Molds WhipWads, 5.4-inch WhipWads. Awesome mold. Suggest you go pick them up, try them out. They're really cool. Nice little swim bait. We happened to pick out, Lily picked out the colors on this one, like a pink with some flake, and then a purple with some rainbow flake in it. So that was really cool to mix up and create that for her. So she's going to keep a couple, and I don't know what she's going to do with them. Maybe she'll fish with them someday. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribers keep coming in. We keep getting more reviews. I'm going to keep blasting out as much more content as I can for you guys. So thank you again. And remember, keep on baiting.